Ishara and Podcast, and I'm Ishara. This is episode 2 of my journey with Jesus with Father Brian.
Hello, everybody. Can you tell us what a saint is?
A saint is someone who dedicated their life to God in context. So, who is your favorite saint?
I love that. So someone who loves God and loves others very much. I'd have to say my favorite saint is the Blessed Mother, the Mother of Jesus, because she was so open to God. She followed him. Like how many years? Do you know how long the apostles knew Jesus? You know how many years? 3 years. Do you know how many years? Just 3 years. 3 years before he rose from the dead and ascended into heaven. It was only 3 years. But Mary lived with him for 33 years.
She lived with him longer.
Yeah. So she loved him. She was intertwined with his mission. She was one of the few people at the foot of the cross. Tradition has, he appeared to her first at the resurrection. But so she loved God so much and loved others. And you know one of her famous words? Yeah. She said, do whatever he tells you. Do whatever he tells you. So she's always just pointing to us to Jesus. So Mary's my favorite saint. And can I do something in sign language?
What?
I'm taking sign language. It goes like this. I love Mary. And Mary is because she wears a veil. I love Mary. That's how you do it in sign language.
Huh. I never guessed how to do it. My favorite saints, well, I actually have 2. Saint Michael the Archangel and Saint Paul. The reason why Saint Paul is my favorite is because it's a story of redemption. He was one of the people who Jews feared so much when the Jews who believed in Jesus Christ, they were scared of him so much, as in shaking in your boots scared. Because he was going after them, imprisoning them. And so when they heard that he changed, I could imagine it was as difficult to believe as a llama going through the eye of a needle.
Whoa. Yeah. I know there's the story of Ananias, and when God spoke to Ananias, he said, Ananias, I'm sending you Saul. And he's like, I know who Saul is. I know what he did. And he's like, I want you to go take him. That I have a special plan for his life. So yeah, I love the story. And he became the greatest preacher in the whole world. How about St. Michael? This is an icon. An icon is a type of artwork. And you know what they say about icons?
What?
When they draw icons, they call them windows to eternity. Windows to eternity. It's if you're before an icon, it's you're before St. Michael. So it's almost through here we encounter St. Michael the Archangel. And do you know about the meaning of his name?
No.
I love the name of St. Michael. Mikael, El means God, and his name means who is like God. He has an awe and wonder, who is like God? He knows God is so great and so awesome. He's his name, who is like God? He's the one that casts Satan out of heaven. He's patron of police officers and those in the military. He protects us from evil. I try to pray a St. Michael prayer, a special prayer to St. Michael for his prayers every day, at least once a day, if not a couple times a day.
I remember from prayer to Saint Michael the Archangel, send battle.
Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do thou, O Prince of the heavenly hosts, by the power of God, cast into hell Satan and all the evil spirits who prowl about the world seeking the ruin of souls. Can I share with you how I learned the prayer? I didn't grow up with that prayer, but I heard it in a song. And I remember this experience. St. Michael is very powerful. He has a very powerful prayer, and he gives you strength. If you're ever afraid, you can ask for St. Michael's prayers. If you're ever in danger, those people have asked for St. Michael's prayers. He protects them. And can I sing the song to you, the prayer version of the song? It goes like this. Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do thou, O Prince of the heavenly host, by the power of God, cast into hell Satan and all the evil spirits prowl through the world, seeking the ruin of souls. Cast into hell Satan and all the evil spirits, proud through the world, seeking the ruin of souls. And then he sang this. There's a whole row of people, and this person was singing on the microphone, and he goes like this. Saint Michael, defend us. And it was like he was calling out to heaven. Saint Michael, defend us. And it was like, it was like a powerful welcome to Saint Michael. And there was a sense of Saint Michael's presence when we called him. A sense of the Archangel's presence who's so close to God, who loves us and wants to lead us to say, love God greatly, follow him, don't be discouraged, get back up. Saint Michael is very powerful in his prayers.
I shared with you the common prayer of Saint Michael. Is it okay if you share the special prayer that you pray?
What a great question. I think it's a great question. There is a very beautiful prayer. And there is a saint by the name of Blessed Herman of Reichenau. Blessed Herman, he was a little guy. He was a hunchback dwarf. He was a small person, and he was hunchbacked over, and he had spinal bifida. He had a lot of difficulties, and he was raised in a monastery. And although he had a lot of physical disabilities, he was very intelligent and very bright. And how beautiful was he studied the stars and astronomy and science. He loved science, but he also he became the foremost astronomer in all of Europe. And I think it was in the 1300s. And he wrote a little prayer. And I'd now like to pray. This prayer is the third most prayed prayer in the world. It goes like this. Hail, Holy Queen, Mother of Mercy, our life, our sweetness, and our hope. To thee do we cry, poor banished children of Eve. To thee do we send up our sighs, mourning, and weeping in this valley of tears. Turn then, O most gracious advocate, thine eyes of mercy to us, and hear and answer us. It's this prayer of like asking for Mary's intercession and prayers, or motherly help and prayers. And little Blessed Herman wrote the prayer. And everybody knows the prayer. They don't know Blessed Herman, but they know his prayer. But sometimes we can do things, and God can invite us to do things for him, and some beautiful things that God uses in ways we might never know. So trust God, love him, stay close to him.
Thank you for listening to this episode of My Journey with Jesus with Father Brian. Bye-bye.
God bless you. Bye now.